So I could look it up later, but even if we've watched this movie before, it's Grown Ups 2. Like we've done Grown Ups again.
Oh, I see.
That could be like
Grown Ups also.
Yeah, Grown Ups TOO. The second or like
I hope we watched this already then.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Hey guys, you're listening to Buffer Buddies episode 91. So close to 100. I'm Jared from UpDownLeftDie.
We almost found all the Dalmatians in each of these episodes. I'm Tiffany from UpDownLeftDie.
And we also have Seichiyami in chat. What?
There's 101 Dalmatians, not 100 of them.
Well, then still, we did almost find all of them. Can you believe that we've watched every episode? We've got one of the Dalmatians. I can almost recite them from memory. Can you? Do you want to start, Tiffany?
The names of the
Dalmatians
dogs?
that we've learned so far, all 91 of them. Because we've dedicated every episode. I mean, I know I have every episode of memorizing their names.
Saving them from Cruella de Vil. The first one.
It's like that thing where you go around the room and you're like, my name is George. And you're like, George and James and Betty. And
I don't know if you can hear me.
I can't.
My name is George.
My name is George and Betty and James and George again.
The Pongo. Pongo is the first dog when we watched Kung Fury.
Pongo? Kung Fury? We didn't watch Kung Fury.
Oh shoot! I meant Tarzan, not Tarzan. Jared Jungle, Pongo.
Okay, so
that's
okay. I don't know. I don't remember that at all. So I have nothing to say.
You don't care about the dogs.
I don't. So you've been gone for a while. I don't think you've been on the last couple of episodes of the podcast.
I've been gone for 7 months. I was away at sea. But now I've become a hardened sailor and I'm back doing Buffer Buddies.
Hilarious.
Right before the 100th episode.
You've made it just in time for the countdown to 100.
Yeah.
We have a ball drop, but it's like going incredibly slow because it's going to take 10 weeks for it to get to the bottom. So no one's excited at all. Could you imagine? Why don't they do that? Times Square, the ball should just be a yearly calendar, just crawling at speeds you can't even measure with the human eye. And so at 10 seconds before midnight, it's just like, did it move? Did it go? 10, 9, what am I counting for? 8. Oh, I guess it hit down. We had the counting off by a few seconds because you couldn't tell. The movement would be like a millimeter.
I feel like it's more like threatening and ominous.
Oh, if it's
like
moving slowly,
yeah.
It's halfway. When did the time go by? What if when you were born you're given a ball thing on the stick, and it was maybe only like a foot tall. It's not very. It's like a trophy, but that moved towards the end of your life.
Does it stick? Like, how does that?
No. So it starts. So it's like here's your life calendar, and here's your life ball drop thing. I don't know, whatever it's called.
Oh, and some people's sticks are shorter than the others.
No, the stick is the same length. It's the speed at which it moves.
Oh.
So like,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So then you just like look over. You're like, when did it get halfway? Where did the time go?
Yeah, like what if mine is closer to the bottom than yours? I would be upset. I'll be like, why does this guy get to live longer than I do?
What if when we became friends, you're like, haha, yours is closer to the bottom than mine, and then yours like caught up and passed it.
Like, no. I'm like graying already and like.
No, I mean like, well, I mean it's like, what if you like. Get real dark.
Wait, isn't there
like a heart
isn't
attack
there
or
a
something.
movie? I feel like there's a movie.
It's not a unique concept. Someone's done something like this before, where like the end date of your death, something sure, but the idea of that you're given like a trophy thing to me is what's funny. Like specifically in this environment too, like you're like, well, yours is closer, and then yours is like, and then it's me killing you.
Oh,
twist.
Who knew?
Because what if it's not? What if it's not predicting the absolute future? Like, what if it's like one of those paradoxical where you're like, oh, you could alter the future. So like your thing is moving slowly, but you get hit by a car and it just shoots all the way down. Maybe it's that.
Mm.
Or then you have the alternative where it's absolute and you can't change it no matter what. And in that case, like it's real close to the bottom. You're like, why? I'm only 22. And then you get hit by a car because you're looking at your thing rather than the cars around you. There's also that movie. What if they just made all the movies with all the different time paradoxes? Like, I'm going to shoot this time travel movie, and then we do and there's like 3 of them, but each one covers the other type of time travel paradox. And then you could be like, which one did you like?
Alternating one time in one movie is messing with the time in the other movie.
Whoa, that's amazing. Okay, we have to go to film school now.
I
don't know how else to make this besides like we got to really go back into debt and like double down on that college.
Yeah, we gotta.
That's it for this podcast. We have to get to work, you guys. Anyways,
well, you know what's gonna happen though, right? Is we're gonna go into film school. We're gonna enter a time paradox. Go back in time and to go through film school instead of whatever, and then we come out of this very, very competitive and creative job market without any jobs, and then start a podcast where we watch movies.
Yes,
talk over them.
Because we have to pay the bill somehow, so that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's very true.
So what if we're already in that timeline where we're here doing this podcast because we went back in time to
stop ourselves from going into this bad job field? I get that. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. But here we are. We're still, no matter what, the constant in all these time thingies is this podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, now, isn't that the thing, though? Then we go and we make the movie and we do that and it's bad. Yeah, because it's just an infinite loop, right? Because now we're going to quit our jobs and go to school, and then we're like, oh, shoot, let's undo that. And then we start over. We can't get away from our own naive, like, destiny, which is to make this stupid movie with the time it changes the movies.
And the only way to free ourselves from this loop is to shut down the system that we use to watch these movies together at the same time. That's right. The only way we'll be free. That's why Rabbit is shutting down.
But also, isn't that affecting the other timelines of the other movies? Isn't that just Back to the Future? He's in the background of other movies. Because in one movie he goes back to like all of them and you see him running around.
I wish those movies patched him in, Oh. Oh. I see.
No, I mean, I think they shot them all like sequentially, and so they had that planned out. So by the third movie, when he goes back to the first movie, if you watch the first movie, you do see him running around.
Where's that movie? Because it's Back to the Future 2, and then Back to the first movie. Is that the third movie? Is that what that's called? No, the
third movie. Yeah, this is called Back to the First Movie. It's Back to the Future 3. Trains McGaines.
Trains McGaines. I that's my favorite Thomas the Tank Engine character. Trains McGaines.
He loves to lift.
Yeah. He's the one that put Henry in that wall.
Yeah, and he's like, you can't put me behind the wall because he just busts out of it. They tried that on him. They couldn't. So now they just let him go.
Let's start this movie.
Yeah, so we're gonna start this movie. We're watching Grown Ups. Hope you enjoyed that.
We're watching Grown Ups also. So we've been implementing a skip rule.
Yeah.
Are we doing a plot?
I don't think there is necessarily a B plot because it's like 4 guys, right? And so I think they're all kind of together. And
should we just follow the story of one guy?
We could do that, but see again, that's the hard part with skipping ahead. I guess I could look at the little thumbnails aren't generated yet. Oh, that's right. No, that's not only on Netflix. Yeah, we could try that. We could try to. It's gonna be hard, but. We wasted so much time starting recording, and that intro took up like 10 minutes. So we really need to trim a lot of fat off.
Yeah, well, let's pick a boy.
Okay. Who are
these boys?
So you got Kevin James, Paul Blart, Chris Rock.
Yeah,
it's weird that
I like how you paused.
It's weird that it's giving the actors' credit name, the real names, to these little kids. Why is it doing that?
They're also in a time paradox where this is actually them when they were little.
When we crack time travel just so we can make better movies, it's gonna be crazy. David Spade, I knew that one. Rob Schneider. Oh, it's their faces superly imposed on them. Okay, so that makes more sense.
Is it really?
That's why he looks so weird.
I think it's just a weird looking kid.
No, it looks like a bad deep fake.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure that.
Would they bother doing deep fakes on a movie like this?
Yes. Kevin James has all the money he could ever want. I'm pretty sure.
I guess
he was in that show with the hot lady, and he had I think he just made like $1 billion. That was on for like my entire life.
He did save the gun convention, so I guess they would have paid him.
A giant gun that shoots foam. I'll never not hear Griffin McElroy say that line in my head every time I think of that movie. Game? Oh, Paul Blart Game would be amazing.
Oh man, Mall Cop. Mall Call of Duty.
Well, here's the thing: they always say good movies, right? And then they try to make a game out of it, and it's bad. But what if they took a bad movie and made a good game? You have a lot. You can only go up, right? Versus hey, with this crash hit, smash success movie, we can only go down from there. But what if you took Paul Blart and we're like, F you movie, we're gonna do what we want, and you made an awesome game? Because I could see that being a really funny and fun game if it was written well.
I think if the movie released in the 90s, it would have been a nice Super Nintendo game.
No, probably
with 8-bit.
No, I don't think so. Because there was also I remember they had a Toy Story Game Boy game, and that was pretty garbo, I'm pretty sure. And E.T. was garbo, and King of the Hill had a single video game, and that was garbo.
King of the Hill had a video game?
King of the Hill had one single video game. South Park had 2 N64 games that were pretty garbo.
When is the King of the Hill MMO coming out?
Oh my gosh. That'd be so cool. Is that a real video game? That doesn't look like a real video game.
Have we said this before? I'm having deja vu.
I think we've joked around about King of the Hill video games before.
MMO though?
I don't know. It's hard to tell now. I don't even know if we watched this movie before. Okay, so that's not a real video game. How are they both playing that garbage? Why would he have shoots and ladders? That's the worst game.
Oh no! This is the kid who he recently passed away.
Oh, what?
Cameron, Boyce is the kid with the curly hair.
They both have curly hair.
With the green shirt.
Oh, yeah?
He recently passed away.
Oh, at 23, right?
I think 20.
20? Heart attack, right?
Yeah, or seizure.
Oh, dang, what the hell? Yeah,
it's so sad. Now, good job picking this movie.
So sad.
What is this game? Is that a real game, or
no,
is that?
Because first of all, they're both playing it, but it's clearly one person. I understand
he has a phone. He's texting on his phone.
He had another controller before he picked up the phone.
Wait, it's one of those things where he's they give him the controller, but it's not plugged in.
Yeah, but it's wireless. It's PlayStation. But look at all his controller's not on though. The touch bar, light bar is not lit up.
It's not. Whoa, is this Aranya?
I don't know.
This lady? You're racist.
No. No, it's because she has black hair and she looks
Chinese.
like her GTA character.
GTA character. What is this car doing?
GTA thing.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'm good.
I don't care. We're all right. What the heck were you doing?
I was trying to use the Navy.
So,
That was funny.
I'm in the car to ask you a question.
is he rich?
In this movie, I believe so. Oh,
Is this Happy?
in real life? Happy Gilmore too? Yeah.
No, what's the Mr. Deeds?
Mr. Deeds. We should watch that movie. I loved that movie as a kid. I don't think I like it
didn't
anymore.
Yeah, I feel like we watched it recently, no?
No way. Because that's definitely one of those movies like that. I remember it fondly. Yeah. Well, I mean, probably not. But like. It probably wasn't good back then, but as a kid, I liked it. Me and my brother thought it was so funny. We bought it. It was like one of the very few DVDs I remember actually like buying because I'm like, oh my god, it's so funny. And Blockbuster was like on sale or whatever because it's all scratched up. And I remember like taking a vacation once and watching it because like we did that or for some stupid reason. But like, so I remember it being funny. And so in my memories, I remember watching it and laughing. I can't remember, So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's a funny movie. I remember loving that. So sure if we watch it, I won't laugh. It's going to be very sad to be like, stupid young version of me was stupid.
Oh, but maybe it's like not the young version of you. It's just the timing, We're shaped by everything. Maybe it was like a paradox, a time paradox of why.
I know I'm not going to like it as much as I liked it as a kid. And it's a sad realization to have.
So I have a dilemma.
Okay.
So I don't have any qualms.
Switch games.
Hold on. One, I don't have any Switch games. Two, I don't have any problems with ordering things off of Amazon, right? Like Amazon, whatever. I'm very fortunate to be able to just order whatever I want and it comes within 2 days if it's not delayed, right?
Yeah.
But my thing is, sometimes I forget, I need another thing. And I feel like I have to space out these deliveries, even though there's nothing really stopping me from, ordering something every day.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I have to space it out.
Okay. So let me address your concern. Should I skip to the movie where we get to Paul Blart?
Sure.
Because I think, it's going to be so hard to know where to skip. But I think get to Paul Blart as soon as possible, and we'll try to follow Paul Blart.
I don't know what just happened, but...
They're kissing and stuff. Everyone is kissing. Like, every character in the movie just kissed all the characters in this movie.
Is that what you would define as kissing? I don't think that was kissing.
What?
Oh, boy. Jared, you may now kiss your bride. She's just like,
Where is Paul Blart?
Jared, would you live stream your wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On like Twitch?
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Also, that's where all my friends are, and they gotta come.
That's true. We should pay.
But it's gonna be subs only.
They should pay us.
It's subs only stream though.
Subs only? Okay. Subs only for invite.
No, that Twitch has that. Yeah. Okay, so address your... I saw Paul Blart. Well, he's in this scene, so we'll just let it go while I address your concern. So the unfunny answer, just to get this out of the way, Amazon has a solution for this. It's called like your Prime Day. You can set it on a specific day of the week, and all your packages will arrive on that day. So let's say like you set it for Saturday, and then you order something on Sunday. They won't even ship it till like Friday or whatever. So as you add things to your cart, it's like send
delayed.
Yeah, it's like send like delayed send email. So you'd be like, oh shoot, let me edit that email thing. So they have that. The other thing is, I think they seem to do some grouping if you order it within a certain amount of time. I definitely ordered several things like days apart, and I'm like, oh, here they all in the same package. So that you don't need to worry too much because I think they kind of do that a little bit. But also my logic is they're already going to make the deliveries, so whatever.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I want it now, but I also don't want it now, you know? There's no pleasing
Well, I mean,
me.
here's the thing. Amazon is like losing a lot of money. It's on. I don't think it's like profitable. And like also the earth is going to burn up soon. So it's like, just use it while you got it. One of those things is going to run out before the other. So
Oh no, you're making me so sad.
and then the ball on the dropping thing, it's really close to the bottom for the earth.
The ball that's dropping is the earth.
The earth is dropping, yes.
Oh no.
It hits the bottom. Everyone dies.
You're making me very existential. My tummy hurts. You're making me want to put everything into my cart.
Yeah, just go for it. I like it because like my thing is like the previous generation is like, wow, we don't have to worry about it, and they like ruined the planet. But now like my thing is like millennials and younger. My thing is like I'm worried about the planet, but I'm like, thank gosh, I'm not gonna have to deal with it in the long. Like I'm trying to save it for you other people, but man, I'm glad I'll be dead before it gets real bad.
We'll never experience Mad Max.
Yeah, it's like the same but different. I'm like, they weren't concerned with the environment and they ruined it. I am concerned from the environment, but I'm just glad I'm not gonna have to experience it being ruined.
Yeah, that's kind of like when you know you're gonna quit work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the
You're
thing.
like, I'm still gonna do my job, but at the same time, I guess I don't care what happens.
Here's something positive. If we don't fix climate change and it destroys the Earth, we are potentially living literally in the best time ever on the planet.
Right before it gets destroyed?
Yeah, like because we're still living in like we're relatively unaffected by climate change. So let's say
I thought the 50s was. Didn't people say like the 50s was like the best time or something like that?
Well,
I mean, other than like racism and sexism.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
Overall, humanity's sort of like yes, for America. That's for America, but on the planet as a whole, I think we're relatively positive. But I'm saying this might be the peak. So that's a positive. This might be literally.
So it's all downhill from here.
Yeah. If it is all downhill from here, this is literally the best. People are at the healthiest, relatively speaking. People are at the least amount of disease. We have vaccines. We have fast internet. It's relatively the best time before everything collapses on itself.
You want to know something? If this is at the peak, I'm just gonna buy all of it.
Yeah.
This is cute. Put that in there. Add that. Click, 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 click. And yeah. Awesome. So Jared is an enabler. I like how your
50
reasoning.
years from now, like we would have saved the planet if this one girl didn't add everything to the Amazon cart so recklessly.
I've created the time paradox.
Yeah, that caused a ripple effect and cascading climate change. We could pinpoint it back to this one event.
I shouldn't have pre-ordered that Tamagotchi on Amazon.
Shouldn't have done that.
But I did get a little. So I have a plant. I have an orchid, and the orchid's name is Billy. Billy the orchid. Like Billy the kid. And I don't know how to. I've been like Googling how to take care of orchids. Apparently, you don't have to water them a lot. So far, so good because I forgot to water it like all of last week when I was gone
home.
away at sea.
How can you forget when you're not home?
Well, I didn't tell anyone to can you water this plant? You know what I mean? Like,
it? Did you pre-water it?
I just forgot that it existed.
I love that idea.
So far,
You're like, oh, I forgot to bring the mail at home in another country. Damn. I can't get to it.
But yeah, so I got watering thingies. I got that in today, and then I have something coming in tomorrow, and then I want to things.
Wait, say that again?
I just have there's too many Amazon packages. There's just too many.
To me, that's the only time I feel anything is when I get an Amazon package. So bring it in one a day, please, so I can have a little bit of joy in my life. Ooh,
no, I get it.
Yeah, my favorite thing is because it comes in so fast. You're like, oh, I need that battery. Oh, there's a battery the next day. Honestly, I'm at the point where I find joy when they do get delayed and you forget and you're like, oh, what is this? I can't even recall. What could this possibly be? Oh, it's a battery.
Yeah, that's my problem that I'm experiencing is like I don't know what's in this box. I don't know what's in this box.
Oh, that's a good thing. I'm excited about that. What I'm saying is like it comes in so fast that now I can only be happy when there is a delay, because now it's Christmas.
I'm the opposite. I get like really like nervous because I just go, what did I buy? Oh no, what is this? Like, when did I need this? What did I do? Like, what does my bank account look like? Like, did I do this while I was in my sleep? You know, like, so okay. So whoever's listening, Jared, he got me this, like, that's Jared. He got me this, it's like a self-care kit,
it was
I
a
guess.
stress relief pack.
Yeah, he was telling me to shut up.
That's why I googled like
he
stress.
told me to stop complaining about work. I had a tough couple weeks, so he got me that. I legit was just like, what did I order? I don't remember any of this.
I caused more stress with my stress relief thing.
And until I read the card that was in it, that was just like, so, you know, like someone thought you needed to relax because you're being dumb right now. No, that's not what the card said, but no, it was very nice.
I would love it if the lady like wrote that and sent it out, and you're like, wow, that was real mean. I'm like, I forgot to sign the card. You're like, oh, she just puts that in everything. Just a real mean like lady.
Okay, so let me just tell everyone, since I'm on this topic.
Yeah.
So it came with a candle. That says "relax, bitch."
That was a selling point for me.
And that one is an orchid scent, just like, and I put it next to my orchid. I did burn it already. Ugh, it smells so good. Anyways, so it came with a candle. It came with a bar of soap, a bath bomb, some little matches for the candle, and then this thing. It's like chapstick and like perfume. Mm-hmm. But the thing that's my favorite is this body butter, because it's so limey. It smells so limey and refreshing and good. But it's like, what's the equivalent of an aftertaste but for smells? An after smell.
Yeah, like sure.
It has that, but it's like such a strong lime scent.
Oh, interesting.
I wish people can experience it. I'm like literally sniffing it right now.
That's funny. Yeah, man, I didn't know what to get you. I was like, I found a few other kits, but like one was like all lavender. And I'm like, I think you like lavender, but I'm like, do you like lavender? Where it was like everything single thing in that kit was lavender. And it's also like, is lavender really like stress relief-y? Like, to me, I associate that with more like sleeping.
Getting rid of bugs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rainy says you don't like lavender.
I actually don't.
Oh, okay. Good thing I didn't get that then. I couldn't remember. I was like, you either love it or you hate it. I don't remember.
Well, that's like how peanut butter, that's peanut butter for you. I was like, I don't remember if you like peanut butter or hate peanut butter, but I always go opt to buy you stuff that with peanut butter in it.
It's both. So you can't, it's situational.
Yeah.
I'm more on the liking side in my life than I am now than I used to be. I've ever been in my life. I'm at the most like ever I've liked it. I still cannot.
Because of all the peanut butter things that I force fed you.
No, but I cannot stand peanut butter cookies still. I don't know why that like I bite into a peanut butter cookie and it's sort of like that thing with the raisins, but it's worse because it's invisible. It's like, oh, sugar cookie. No, I've been deceived. It's not a sugar cookie at all. And it's such a strong, overwhelming peanut butter flavor. I think also with the texture of the cookie, I don't know, something about them. I'm always like, I'm angry. I'm like, oh, why is this peanut butter? Why?
Like Sprite isn't bad, but when you think it's water, it's awful.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's another thing too. Is like, my thing is it could be the best thing ever, but if you're not expecting it, it's potentially the worst thing ever. So it's that, but just combined with like, I don't like peanut butter cookies. But also it's also that thing where like, it's like the raisins. You're like, oh, I thought it was something else. And now I'm sad that I had my
These
expectations.
aren't chocolate chips.
Yeah, I really wanted sugar cookie now. I didn't before, but when I thought it was, now I'm disappointed that it's not. So there's that. So it's like, right now that's like the main thing I really dislike in peanut butter, but I like it most of the other things.
That's good. Good to know.
It's good. Definitely. Yeah. And you can't go wrong with peanut butter and chocolate. Everyone knows that. But yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, I was
Peanut butter
searching for
chocolate flavor.
those kits. Oh, the kit I almost bought you was like stress relief kit, but then I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. It was like it came in a basket and it was actually kind of cool. I'm like, oh, neat, a basket thing. And I was like, let me see what's in there. And I'm like, okay, jelly beans, okay, like chocolate thing, and like candy. I'm like, oh, this is just a basket of candy. I'm like, I guess that's stress relief if it's just candy, whatever, sure. But I was like, I didn't want to force junk food on you, like, you know,
Yeah,
like I have this
probably
thing
good
now
idea.
where I'm trying not to buy people like intentionally because it's like, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but I'm about to wreck it. Just here, I don't know, you're trying to diet or whatever. Here's a bunch of junk food. So it's like, yeah, it's not really what I was looking for. It was kind of, I expected it to be mixed in with other stuff, but as it went line by line, it was like candy. It's all just candy. So I didn't get that.
So
one.
I feel like I could be real with you. We have a friendship where we can do that. So I'm gonna
I don't know. You're
critique
skating on thin ice right in here.
So the one thing that I genuinely cannot use from the kit that you got me is a bath bomb because I don't have a bath.
Okay, so I didn't really think about that. I was like, do you like bath bombs? I never seen. Okay, interesting. You don't have a bath at all in your house?
I mean, like, there's a bathtub, but it's not mine.
Not
you know?
yours, yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't control what was in almost all of them had a bath bomb. That's like that's the other thing too. Where I'm like, really associate. You should have took that to LA with you.
I didn't take a bath in LA.
But you could have.
I guess I could have.
You could have made the point to rent a hotel room just to use that.
No, I was gonna say
Also rent a hotel room.
just to use this bath. I was gonna say I'll put googly eyes on it and then just take it with me everywhere.
Oh, cool, yeah. And
it's
then
my emotional support.
Like, oh no,
bath
it's
bomb.
raining. He's dying.
Oh no!
And his eyes like bubbling off and falling.
Charmander, no!
Yeah. Charmander, but like inverted. He explodes.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was a very common thing with bath bombs. So you're right. Yeah, I was saying, I'm so like, what is? And then I was like just questioning the idea of like stress relief items in general. I'm like, is that even are they even real? What do they do? Do they work? And then also, what's the most effective way? Is it candles? Is it?
Yeah.
I was like, this is a stupid concept in general. What a waste of time. And I was like, what? I saw this one, I'm like, bitch. So I bought that one.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, I never understood the concept of like aromatherapy. I just thought if it smells good, it makes you feel good. You know what I mean?
Well,
Rather than like it actually has effects.
That's definitely 100% like a scam. But like things that smell nice. You know,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like the it's the thing they have with most of that junk garbage medicine, but it's not really hurting anyone. Where it's like the salt lamps. I'm like, those are scam, and you're being ripped off, and you're spending $60 on
They
something.
look nice.
Yes, they look very pretty, and I would agree with that. But if you're spending $60 on it because it's a quote unquote medical device, you got ripped off. That thing is worth like $10. You know, like it doesn't do anything, and it was probably very cheap to make. So there's that, but it looks pretty. And the same thing, I'm like, pretty sure those smells don't do anything, but they smell nice. And if you want to smell something nice, then smell something nice.
Yeah.
It's probably better than huffing the markers that we had as kids, the fruit flavors.
So I know what you did when you were a child.
Everyone did it. Every kid did that. Did the kids not do that in your school with your sack juice? Do you not remember like the watermelon marker and the black was?
No, I remember those, and they had like shaped stamps on the end.
Oh yeah, huh. I just remember everyone was like, "These smell good." What a dumb concept. Who thought that up?
What? I thought it was cool.
Well, it encouraged people to smell markers. Does it make any sense? Like, what was the point of it all? You know,
to huff. Introduce kids to a gateway drug.
Right? Yeah. Paul Blart on this scene. I'm skipping ahead.
Oh, that's right. We're watching a movie.
Yeah, we totally missed Paul Blart falling out of a tree. Like that was legitimately looked like a pretty hilarious like scene with him like hitting a tree and falling for like 20 minutes.
My boss looks like Paul Blart.
That's cool.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of sad and funny. Like they've printed out like pictures of Paul Blart and like put it on his desks and stuff like that.
I don't know. I'd be sad. Paul Blart specifically, or Kevin James?
Or Kevin James.
Oh, okay. I would be like, you look like Paul Blart. You mean Kevin James? No. And then I would. And if someone did that to me, I'd start crying.
Oh.
I don't want to be Paul Blart.
I want to be Adam Sandler. Yeah. I don't want to be the Blue Ranger. I want to be the Pink Ranger. So, I used to go to these lakes a lot as a kid, like with family and stuff like that. And we had like jet skis, and then
nice.
We'd just go around in circles and stuff like that.
Wow,
but those
must be nice.
Those trips seemed so far, like the drive seemed so long.
Yeah, the same thing, dude. Like I remember, so we used to go to the beach every year. I mean, the smallest trailer you could imagine. Like I would sleep on the top bunk where there was like the ceiling was probably 2 inches from my face. It's kind of a thing, like such a small trailer because it's all we could afford. So no jet skis for us. Sorry. But we go to the beach every year, like with like our community and whatever, a bunch of people that we know. And it was like just to Carlsbad. I remember being like such a long drive.
Now, like, that's like half hour?
Yeah, it's like my commute now for work. It like takes that long. You're like stupid. Yeah. Where's
I remember
Doheny Beach. Where is that? I still don't actually know where that is.
I don't know. Doheny.
I don't even know how to spell that.
State Beach. Goheny, according to the internet. Oh, that's by That's where we used to camp. Oh, Dana Point. That's Dana Point. That's like just over the.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
By San Clemente. So halfway before, not even halfway, less than halfway before.
Oh, that's so close. Oh my God. I cannot. What?
Your concept of time and space has been altered.
Because we used to go there first, and then like after a few years, it started becoming Carlsbad. But I don't remember like that's the thing. I was younger, so that felt further than Carl.
Yeah,
wow! Oh
like,
my God!
Our
so
thing was
stupid. Such a
our thing was Lake Paris, and that's just past Corona.
Wow! I've camped at Shaver Lake.
I don't know where that is.
That's up north. Let me find that. I think it's like halfway between Yosemite and Fresno.
Yosemite.
What?
Yosemite, Yosemite.
Oh. And I've camped there, and it's pretty. Yeah, lakes are cool because there's no waves. And I rode a jet ski once there, and that was kind of fun, but not much time on jet skis.
So you know how. Like, I live super close to Disneyland. I remember Disneyland feeling...
Wow, if you zoom out on Google Maps, it is a globe now.
Wow, the Earth isn't flat.
It's like a crappy Google Earth. Neat. That's really cool.
But, I always felt like the trips to Disneyland felt like hours. Even though it's like...
They're like 5 minutes. It could not be closer. You can walk.
Listen. I was young.
That's insane.
I was young and naive.
Even me going to Disneyland, where I used to live, which was a little bit further, even didn't think the drive to Disneyland was that long.
No, I don't. You know what?
But that's going back to like childhood thing being ruined. I think I've heard this on Rooster Teeth podcast, but it's that thing you can't get back, or it's super hard to get as an adult. Was what my experience at Disneyland would be like the first few memories I have of it was like parents waking us up going, we're going to Disneyland, and like not knowing that, and that's like the coolest experience that like you can't do as an adult, because one, you usually have too much control over your life. Like you couldn't be like, if you showed up to my house tomorrow and like, we're going to Disneyland, I'd be like, I can't, I have this thing I have to go to.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Or you'll be like, okay.
Yeah, or I mean, I would be, if someone did that, I'd be excited. But the problem is, if you were trying to plan it secretly and surprise me and like whatever, You showed up tomorrow, you picked the wrong day. Like it wouldn't,
All right, I'll just cancel these.
So like it's that thing. It's like, I don't know, just so super great. My memory specifically too is like my old house. We didn't have we only had AC, and we had a big AC unit in our living room, but we never turned that on because it's too expensive. And we had a smaller one in my parents' room. And so in the summers, my brother would sleep on the floor of their room because we could turn on the AC in that one small room and it gets super cold. And it was awesome. So that was summer ritual thing. It was midsummers, AC, sleep on the floor of my parents' room.
It's a weird slumber party.
Yeah,
not a weird slumber party, but a.
It was just I just remember it being ice freaking cold and it being the coolest. That's the best. I still like that today, but it's
literally the coolest.
Yeah, but something about that ice coldness, and then being woken up to go to Disneyland. It was one of those nights, and I was that hard to replicate that stuff as an adult because you're too aware as an adult. That's a problem.
Yeah, there's no magic.
Yeah.
Man, this just gets sadder and sadder, this podcast.
Well, here's the thing. There may not be a Disneyland left. Wait, that doesn't help.
That doesn't. It really doesn't.
I don't know then. Star Wars Land is a thing now.
Star Wars Land is a thing. It's everyone's childhood. I stabbed myself in the eye just right now.
Does Google Maps update it? Where did they stick that?
California? No, not California Adventure.
Yeah.
The other. Yeah. Wait.
Oh, no, Star Wars Launch Pad. It is on Google Maps. Wow, look at that. It's even 3D and everything. Oh yeah, Star Wars Path of the Jedi. Wow. Oh, it's on the
3D?
Other side.
You don't even have to go.
Yeah, I'm looking at unpainted flat matte buildings that are 3D.
Yeah, I'll just shake your wheeling chair and then make it feel like you're on a roller coaster.
I'll do Google VR, Google Maps VR.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, it's on the other side of. Wait, how does this map work?
I hate summer because 1, it's hot. 2, freaking there's ants everywhere, and they're just trying to hide from the heat or something.
Yeah, ants come inside. Yeah, for sure, they do that.
They're not invited. They don't have a permit.
I have this ant poison, but it's safe. It worked really good. That's how I got ants out of the stream room.
Oh no, the dog.
The dog.
So Adam Sandler just shot an arrow in the air.
Oh yeah.
And so now they're all running because I guess this is a game that they're playing.
Get killed?
Yeah. Kevin James just got a leg cramp.
Oh, I think it might be his leg injury from when he fell out of the tree.
Oh, maybe. David Spade just
fell in
poo. Chris Rock just got clotheslined by a tree.
How did he not? What was he looking at besides forward?
Maybe he has bad depth perception. Now Adam Sandler's gonna go back for the dog. And Rob Schneider is just hanging out.
I think he's meditating.
My favorite thing about that scene is that the dog face hit Rob Schneider's stomach. What a... Oh, they're playing chicken. It's
like lawn darts, but as a bad version. Intentionally dangerous game.
Yeah.
I was expecting that arrow to hit him right in the head and kill him.
Yeah, it's I know that's not gonna happen, but there's a part of me going, oh no.
Rob got attacked by an Indian.
Oh no. Oh.
Adam Sandler said something funny.
This is my daughter Amber, everybody.
Oh yeah, his one daughter is Jamie Chung.
Who's that?
Is that
Does she have an Instagram?
this girl right? But then he has another daughter that's...
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's pretty good. See, that's the thing with all these movies. There are funny moments disconnected by absolute garbage.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, that was great. Oh, it's boring and bad again. And then it's funny again. And it's just stitch it together better.
Yeah. It's basically Suicide Squad.
Yeah. But it's all these movies that we've watched. Paul Blart has like some pretty good ones and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like these people, they can write jokes, but they can't write a movie sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. Aren't like almost all these guys like stand-up comedians is their background, I believe.
I want to go camping.
Camping. What were we talking about? Because I remember I was going to say something about the hyperspace, or like I was looking at the map of Disneyland. I was going to say something. I can't remember. But camping. Yeah. We were talking about camping and lakes, and I have that VR game that's fishing.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. I wanted to like take a screenshot and be like, Tiffany, I'm fishing right now. But it's great. The thing at work I'm doing now, because for listeners, I got a new job, so I'm still like integrating with the team. It's just finished my first week there, but everyone's really cool. But I already brought in like Beat Saber, and we played Beat Saber, and everyone they didn't really play. Everyone just did one song, but I'm going to try to get that to be more of a common thing. Now my thing is like, someone's like, oh man, I wish there was a ping pong table. I'm like, I have a ping pong VR game. They're like, yeah, I'm sure, I bet you do. And then like someone was like, oh, but these days I go fishing. I'm like, I have a fishing VR game. I mean, that's true too. There is like a fishing game, or there is like a VR game for like almost everything, like physical sports, which is great. So there's always, that joke works so well when you're like, there's a VR version of that thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Remember the time I told Greg that babies come from
I can just imagine them just calling you the new VR guy.
Yeah.
That VR guy.
Well, it's pretty great because I think the like dev manager guy, I think he said he's like, I just bought Oculus, like an Oculus Rift, so he's played a little bit. And then this other guy who isn't in the office very often, but I think he also has a Vive. And so I'm like, they actually have at least some knowledge and some experience of it.
Yeah. Like they're not like witchcraft or whatever.
Yeah. I'm still so surprised though. I'm like, oh, you've heard of Beat Saber? So many people are like, no, it's Beat Saber. I'm like, I know I'm into VR, but it was the best selling game on Steam for like a month. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Like that's just the part
Maybe they don't know it by name. Maybe they know it's like, know the thing where you have the lightsabers and you're
most
hitting
people have.
boxes?
I'm like this video, and like, oh yeah, I did see that. But still, like that was before it became the best selling game. I don't know. To me, it's just like I feel like it's one of those. It's like a pop culture thing. It's like, how do you not know that Marvel's movie came out last week? You know, like whatever. You know, like that new Marvel movie. Which one? Endgame. Oh, I didn't know about that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I mean, I get if you don't know any other VR games, but that one's the most popular VR game ever at the moment. I feel like if you know anything about VR, you should probably at least be aware that Beat Saber exists. I don't know. Maybe I'm just really, really, really skewed.
Or yeah, I guess if maybe like the people who have bought the Oculus, are they like general gamers or
everyone's gamery in there. Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, like the lead guy, I think he didn't really know about it, but like he's not a real gamer. Like he's not like really hardcore gamer. I think he just bought.
Dang, he's calling you out.
Yeah,
I hope he listens.
Out. Yeah, no, I think it was more like he had the money to buy. You know, there's also like you have like, let's say you're like $1 million. You're like, I want a Vive. You just bought it because you can, but not necessarily like versus someone who's like, I really want VR, and then buys it then. You know, there's a little bit different attitude towards it. So I think it was more of the former, which is like, oh, VR is cool. And then like he can buy it, so he did. So like a little bit different attitude towards someone who's like watching. Like someone else was like, I just saw a tweet from like partnered streamer. Oh no, guy who works at Twitch. He's like, the more I watch Beat Saber, the more I want to buy a Vive. It's totally different. Anyways, it's just one of those things where I'm like, that's part of just gaming, PC gaming like culture. I feel like Beat Saber. Oh, it's that VR game.
You're going to be that VR guy.
I am going to be that VR guy. Well, it's also great because we were talking about it earlier, but it's like, it's a co-working space, so it's all just like glass boxes. So I'm like, I'm not going to be that the Beat Saber guy. I was like, we're going to be that. We're going to be those people just standing there wailing our arms inside of this glass cube, and people are going to be like, what the hell are they doing? So we'll see.
That's always like my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we do this more on a regular basis or something like that, because I'm thinking, like, I might leave it there at the office. I don't know. I take it home every day in case I want to play, which I haven't yet. But I was like, what if I leave it there during the week and, like, we just, like, play it at, like, 4 p.m. every day? And then people are just walking by and there's someone just standing in the middle of the room just swinging their arms. I don't know.
Sure, but I stink at sports.
I can't shake this cough that I have. I think it's like the air is dry or something like that.
Yeah, that definitely is the thing, I guess. Oh yeah, Seichi said I'm the same way. I want to buy a headset just for Beat Saber, but then I would recommend the Quest because that's kind of why I bought the Quest. She just threw that crock at that kid.
So she was trying to skip stones.
Yeah.
And then she hit the kid instead. That's very funny.
Yeah. I think it was like a heartfelt moment too, and it ended with that, which is great. But yeah, I pretty much bought the Oculus Quest just for like a mobile Beat Saber thing. But like overall, it's pretty freaking solid as a. I think I didn't coin this. I mean, internally I did, but everyone's saying this. I'm pretty sure it's the Switch of VR. It really hits all the spots in portability and like. It's crazy. I've been telling everyone, my thing about it is like, this is a VR podcast now. It's amazing how far we've came in like 2 years from like the Oculus and the Vive being, they're very early adopter hardware. Packaging is nice, but they're not super pristine, not super easy to use. And then when I got the Quest, like awesome packaging, like awesome, like startup. And like I put on the headset and like, the little tutorial had a very Disney feel. I'm like, oh, this is like they've really worked hard on like making this like as polished as possible with the current like hardware for like average people. It's pretty good.
Speaking of Switch,
I don't like this scene of the movie.
Oh,
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Well,
also,
speaking of Switch, we're switching the scene, but also. I got a Switch finally. Yeah. I still have not played it, and now I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't.
That's kind of my problem with my Switch is I'm definitely not using it as much as I should be for like the cost of it. But when I do use it, it's so good. So it's like it's kind of annoying. I'm like, just sitting there a lot of times. But then I'll do, but then I'll play it for like an entire weekend. So it's the same thing with any game. I'll just binge on a game and then I won't play it ever again, kind of a thing. And it's the same thing. I'll pick up the Switch and be like, oh, I should play more of that game. And then I'll just like be on the Switch all weekend, all day. And then I was like, oh, I'm done with that. And I'll leave it alone for a while.
Yeah. Like, my thing is I definitely wanted it before Comic-Con. Yeah. It's going to be a good idea. But I only got one game because Switch games are expensive.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say Best Buy already ended their program. I could still buy you the physical games at a slight discount, but then you have physical games you got to carry around, which is the issue that's the world I live in. I just carry them around and I really hope I don't lose the little cartridge holder forever and lose all my games. But I think I get like $10 off. So pretty much any game I buy has been like a slightly cheaper than
yeah. This doesn't exist, right? This seems dangerous.
I think it does, and I want to do it so badly.
I feel like they would like strap you in, or I don't know. I just feel like there's
the
so many.
The goal
like,
is to drop off.
Yeah, but like I feel like there's so many places where you can accidentally drop off in the wrong place.
It's all over water.
Is it?
It's over water the whole way. Yeah, it's over water the whole way.
We'll see. Well, Steve Buscemi's about to go, so we'll see if it's over the water all the way.
Is it great? Wait, was Steve Buscemi always here? Or is he just like in
the first time I've noticed him?
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, was he here from the start, or is he just in the scene?
I'm waiting for it.
Oh, he can't undo his foot. He's stuck.
So that definitely doesn't exist.
Well, that part where it goes into the thing, yes. I would imagine it would stop you and like bounce you back, and it would always be over the water. I'm pretty sure it exists. But my thing is, like, I don't know if I'd be too scared to do it. I'd definitely be nervous. It's high. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like to think I would do it.
Like, I've done ziplining and it's fine. My thing is like, I can't, there's no way I can support my weight long enough to like drop in a good spot. like
3 seconds. But yeah.
I don't know, man.
My thing is though, I never done, it's been a while. We should go this summer to like Raging Waters or whatever the hell. But I've never done those straight down ones. And it's because when I was a kid, I was always scared. And the last time I went, I was going to do it, but they didn't let me do it because like my pockets had the rivets or whatever. And they're really strict on those stupid slides. So I was going to do it, but then I wasn't allowed. And then I never done. And now I'm not sure. I'm like, well, am I scared or would I've actually done it?
God, what a perv. He's totally checking me out.
So I was listening to the actual dialogue. It was pretty fun.
I think there's subtitles for this. I don't know why.
Whoa, do these subtitles have like 3D effects? What's going on here?
It's like shadow, I think. How do I get rid of this?
It's like animation. It's like zooming in all over the place. Whoa, look at it go.
Wow, it's changing fonts and it's on fire now.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. I like the little Adam Sandler head that like goes along each word as it's being
like
said.
the sing-along, yeah.
Like karaoke.
And then like, oh, it's actually that blue and red effect. I just got my 3D glasses. It's the blue and red 3D. It's actually like
it's popping out of the screen.
I'm like, it's in front of my hands.
Oh, watch out. It's going to poke your eyes.
Yeah, it's like AR. Whoa. The piranhas.
Oh, that O has a QR code in it. Quickly scan it.
I missed it. I didn't get it. Yeah. It went too fast.
Oh, that's okay. Next time.
What is David Spade even in? What does he even do?
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, is he the Emperor?
He's the llama, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah, huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's the only thing I know him from.
He was in some long-running TV show, and then I don't know. That's literally the only thing I know.
It's not Joe Dirt, right? Is he Joe Dirt?
Oh, he might be. I feel like he's too good for that.
Let me look it up.
Or I feel like he thinks he's too good for that, but maybe he's not. He's in this movie.
It's David Spade.
Wow. That movie sucks. I don't even think I want to do that for Buffer Buddies.
Joe Dirt's a movie? I thought it was a TV show.
No, it was a movie.
I think he was also in Without a Paddle.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check.
Are we almost done? Oh, wow. We need to skip some more. Stupid Kevin James needs to get out of this. It's not
I lied. That's Dax Shepard.
Oh, okay. I knew it. I feel like if you go to David Spade's IMDb page, he's going to have like 3 things on there.
David Oh my gosh.
Tiffany's dying.
I'm dying. My New Year's ball.
Yeah. Every cough, it drops a little bit. Does anyone besides Seichi know what we're talking about when we're talking about the New Year's ball? I think everyone else showed up late.
I have no idea.
Chris definitely showed up late, and I think Aranya showed up too late for that too. Why does he have?
I guess they just have to listen to this episode.
Guests have to listen to the episode. Like you should be listening to all of them. David Spade, actor, Joe Dirt. What are you talking about?
No, Without a Paddle, it's not him. Joe Dirt, it is him.
Oh, I thought you were correcting yourself on that one. Okay, I'm glad we cleared that up.
You dumb boy.
Oh, he's in Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, good.
Something I don't know. 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 Oh, it's a Mr. and Mrs. Smith parody. He was in that. It was a TV movie. Never heard of it. Something I don't know. Something I don't know. Something I don't know. And something I don't know. Something I don't know. Something I don't know. Hotel Transylvania 2. Something I don't know. Joe Dirt 2. Wow, Joe Dirt 2 came out 2015? What the hell's happening?
Wait, that seems so recent.
Yeah, that's pretty damn recent for that. What? I don't remember that. There's an Entourage as himself. The Goldbergs TV show, 1 episode. Something I don't know. Something I don't know. Grown Ups 2. Man, he's not in anything like that I've ever heard of.
Grown Ups 2.
Yeah, I'm already back at 2013 before I recognize Hotel Transylvania 1. Something I don't know. Jack and Jill.
Oh, he was in Jack and Jill.
He's a character named Monica.
Oh, I know Monica. No, I don't.
Why does he say 2011/I? What does that mean?
Is this the converging point or of the time paradox?
I don't know what that is. It's a weird. I've never seen that on IMDb.
Is it like he's only in the Italian version? Like,
Yeah, maybe. Entourage TV series. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what he's in. Grown Ups 2010. Funny or Die. Korean
this
Enthusiasm.
movie that we're watching came out in 2010.
Yeah, dude.
Weird.
You can't tell by the lack of 4K, HDR, 3D. Just Shoot Me. That's the show that he was in. That was on for a while. 149 episodes.
I don't know what that.
I don't know what it is. I just know that's what he was in.
Oh my gosh, my throat, Jared. I'm
Oh,
dying.
he was in Tommy Boy.
I don't know what that is.
We watched it.
I don't remember.
We watched it on the podcast, I think.
Are you sure?
Yes. That was the one where... Oh, yeah. It was David Spade and Chris Farley, and they had a car.
Oh, it's mommy's boyfriend. The one who touches you.
And he had the car.
Is that the one with the aliens?
No.
She's eating him alive, and then she's gonna eat me.
It's not that
Oh
one.
my god. No.
It's not that one. There was no car in that movie. He like rents a car and they're driving for some reason.
And then the tire kills everyone.
No, that's a different movie. What if that was a spin-off? What if Rubber was a spin-off of Tommy Boy?
Oh. Is it a spin-off because they're wheels?
That's a spin out.
Oh. We have fun here. We have fun here.
Okay, the new Fast and the Furious Hobbs and Calvin is a spin out of Fast and the Furious.
Hobbs and Calvin. I hate you so much. Oh man.
I can't remember the name. I really
Jared,
need to make
that's
that
probably
joke.
the funniest thing that you've ever said.
Yes, I'm always peaking, always reaching a new height. Never on the decline. Wow, these women have been on screen for 2 seconds and they failed the Bechdel test. The whole
Who are they
room of
talking
women.
about?
Yeah, they just mentioned the guys. So cool.
I don't like this movie. It's sexist.
Yes. Did you expect anything else?
I thought this was going to be a very
Progressive movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
starring Kevin James and Adam Sandler.
This is one of those things where I would love to see a review of someone real mad and it's sexist and whatever, and it's really, but at that point you're really like, why are you even here? What did you expect? It's someone going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
So I would love to see one of those reviews where you're just reading it, you're like, yep, that's why I didn't see it. Like me, it would be like if I played what is that game? Sekiro?
Sekiro, yeah.
Sekiro. That wasn't me mispronouncing it. I literally couldn't remember the name. I had Julia send me a voice clip of how to pronounce it correctly, so I know now.
You did your research. Wow, look at you being an
But
ally.
also, I kind of forgot what she said. But I think it's something like Sekiro. It's something pretty. It's basically what you think it is. It'd be like if I played that and it'd be like, this game is bad because it's swords and it's hard. And it's like, yeah, you bought the game with that knowledge. Why did you buy it? And my review just focused on the elements of the game.
Yeah, this isn't American enough.
Yeah, why is this guy Japanese? I'm assuming he's Japanese. I don't actually know.
Yeah, you assume correct, I believe. I would be surprised if he wasn't.
I'm trying to think of these. He's like, I'm going to chop you, eh?
interesting person.
I had to search real fast for like something that wasn't offensive. I'm like, what can I say?
Canadians won't be offended.
Canadians would be good.
So we had two. I mean, we've been having a few earthquakes here and there, but I think there's two notable ones.
Two
recently.
main ones, yeah, 6 point something and a 7.1.
Where were you?
Oh, so the first one was actually right before we recorded last podcast. So I also definitely dropped the ball in releasing that podcast for like 2 weeks.
Dropped the ball?
I dropped the.
Oh,
no. That's why my New Year's ball dropped. So if you're listening to that podcast, you're like, well, you just released that. That was a few weeks ago. I forgot to put it out. So we were like about to record Buffer Buddies or go live on stream. Oh, we were no. I think it was last week. We didn't record a podcast and we were going to stream instead because like we were just like, whatever, no podcast. We're going to play Astroneers. And then it was right before we went live and I was talking to Recipes and the earthquake hit and I was like, oh my gosh, earthquake. It was pretty crazy because it went on for so long. So that was the 7.1. No. That was a 6 point whatever. And then the other one, when did that one happen? I was sitting in this room and I got dizzy.
I think it was like the next day.
So then it was Saturday.
Or 2 days after.
No, I think you're right because I think I got my Oculus Quest on Sunday and it was that same day because I was setting that up. So I had it on my face and I got like really dizzy and I'm like, I took it off and I'm like, what's happening? So then I was like, oh, it's an earthquake. So yes, those are my markers in time. So I was in the stream room for both of them. Which is the worst place to be because there's no markers or way to correlate yourself with the rest of the world. And it's very disorientating. It's this green room with no outside view.
I was in a truck both times. I was in it was like I don't know how to explain it. Is a broadcast truck a normal?
Yeah, it's like a retrofitted semi, right? Like trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a bunch of stuff inside.
So yeah, it's like a semi trailer, but like it's custom built. Yeah.
It's like souped up with like monitors and
like a NOS injection in.
Yeah, and then it turns into Bumblebee. So it turns into Bumblebee that's stuck in mud. Anyways, so the first time I thought another truck was driving by, so I didn't really
say another truck hit us.
No, I thought it was a truck driving by,
okay.
And then the second time, I thought, because you know how you walk upstairs to get inside the truck?
Yeah.
I thought someone was just taking a very, very, very long time to get up those stairs.
Just rocking the truck back and forth.
Yeah, and I was just like, what's taking this guy so long?
They're just going up and down the 3 steps over and over.
Yeah, and like, it was like 10 steps. But, and then I looked to the girl next to me and we're just like, oh, wait, what? And it was the earthquake. And then it was just like getting progressively, like, it wasn't getting stronger, but it felt like it was going to.
Yeah.
And I got instantly I got so mad. I was like, if I die here, this is the last place I want to die. If I die here, I'm gonna be so mad. Yeah, because you'd be
like noted down as like a weeb. Like among the weeb deaths was Tiffany Tran.
Yeah, I was just like, no, this cannot happen. Not today. I was like so angry already. But it was fine. And then but we went outside because we kept hearing noises and there's cranes building buildings outside and the giant cables were hitting the cranes. Yeah. Shut up. So the cables were hitting against the crane, so all you heard was like metal clanging everywhere. It was like crazy.
But what makes the cranes?
The mama crane and the dad crane.
Oh, damn it. I was going to make a joke, but that the crane brings the child, but those are storks. Damn it. Damn it. That would have been so good.
Yeah. Almost.
Like that's such a good it's more of a visual joke. But I could two cranes like birds, and then they give birth to a crane, and it's like a machine. That reminds me. What is it? Cyanide and Happiness has like those animated videos. Mm-hmm. And so they'll do like 5 of them in a row on like a Facebook video, and it's a pretty funny one where it's like all these storks are in a line at top of this building, picking up babies, and the guy has like a clipboard. He's like checking them off, and he looks down, and then like the next bird is a pelican. And he starts eating a baby. He's like, "Oh, these dang pelicans!" I thought it was really funny. Just swallowing it whole.
So sad, those poor pigs.
I'm going to skip this montage of basketball because basketball is... Wow, who thought of putting a full-length game of basketball in a movie would be a good idea?
Yeah, when did it stop being about camping?
When did it stop being at least a little funny and about basketball?
Yeah. I would hate it if I was playing Final Fantasy 15 and then
they started playing basketball.
In the middle of camping, they started playing basketball.
A full-on game. Yeah, dude, that'd be crazy. The movie froze for some reason. It's just fireworks now. That'd be crazy if there was a full-on like MLB 2K18 inside of Final Fantasy 15. And you
the question is, do they still have their powers or not?
Dude, that would actually be... See, that's the thing that would make sports interesting, is if you could like throw a sword and teleport to it and then like dunk because you're hanging off the sword that like stuck in the backboard. That would be like so crazy.
Why isn't there like superhero sports?
Why not? Why don't we have teleportation basketball?
Yeah.
Cowards.
Where is this now? Where is superhero sports? Or like why isn't there like a movie about superheroes, you know?
Yeah, I would love like another saga to the Hancock movies where it's like casual superhero guy. But like what if there was like superheroes are everywhere, but like crime, there's those super villains, you know? Like I don't know, they're just kind of powerful people. And what if they're like, well, we're just gonna play sports? That'd be cool. I love that.
Yeah. Or like
so you'd have like the superhero league, like there's football and there's superhero league football.
Yeah, like Justice League should be a football league.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So why they're not? Because they're like, there's no one to fight. We're just that'd be a good movie. Like what happens to superheroes if there isn't super villains? Like I have laser vision. What am I gonna do with that?
Like LASIK. Doctor,
other people, I mean, that's to say you have to figure out like
trainer,
practical. Well, I mean, it's laser vision that like cuts things, Tiffany.
Oh, laser pointer vision.
It's burning through everything. That would be. That is such a good mundane superhero power answer. Like if you had a super, that's so good. Like laser vision, but it's like just a pointer, so you just like look over there. Look where I'm looking. There's the mustard. Gosh.
I guess you would be like a teacher, right? If you had that. Like,
or really good at like doing presentations. Yeah.
The job that you have is dependent on the superpower that you have.
I would love that too because it'd be like a really lazy teacher, like feet up on the desk, and he's just like. So today where you're learning fractions and the eyes are just darting around, he's just pointing at wherever. He doesn't even have to move his arms. He's just completely stationary.
Okay.
And he's just using his eyes to like point at everything. This is a movie. We have to quit our jobs to do movies again.
Oh no, we have to. Oh gosh. I have my rating.
Oh shoot. Yeah. Oh man, this is a hard one. I always have a hard time with this. Okay. What were you going to say though? We'll do the ratings later.
I was going to say, like, what if the teacher with the laser pointer eyes is just like super pervy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-way street there. Yeah, really good teacher, but really pervy.
Yeah, he's, hey, eyes up here, laser eyes up here.
What if he had a lazy eye? So one is always pointing like in a random direction.
Wait, hold on. Is this laser eye teacher, does he have two laser pointers coming out of each eye?
Yeah, it's one out of each eye. It's one out of each eye. Yes, absolutely. Just like Cyclops.
Just like Cyclops.
Cyclops only has one beam because he has those stupid sunglasses for some reason. He doesn't have one eye. I don't know why he has those sunglasses.
Do you have your rating?
No, but I was like, laser pointer teacher. Do. It's his theme song. So anyways, you guys, before we rate the movie, I wanted to remind you guys about making sure you guys check out our other stuff on UpDownLeftDie.com, but you can go to BufferBuddies.com. It'll take you there too. We're going to rate the movies. We're going to rate and subscribe to the movie. What? We're going to rate the movie based on how we think it works in this situation. You've heard this all before. But also, check us out on Twitter, UpDownLeftDie, and we have some other podcasts, I think, where all that conversation we had before the podcast is all mixed in. I don't know if we were talking about it on this podcast, but we have a few more podcast ideas that I think we're going to launch relatively soon. So go follow us on those accounts so you know when those launch on Twitter on UpDownLeftDie, or make sure you join our Discord or whatever. Those will be in like the podcast stores. I don't know what they're called under our name. So if you search UpDownLeftDie in the future, you should be able to find all our podcasts that we ever produce. Right now, Buffer Buddies is the only official podcast that we do. But if we ever launch more in the coming soon, we'll let you know in a future episode. But if you forget, look us up, find us, check us out. We'll let you know about those future projects. Tiffany, did you want to read your rating?
Do you want to talk about what the ratings are? Or
I just did.
Did you?
I just said we rate them based on how we think it is for the movie.
Weird. I didn't hear that at all.
Do you think I should also tell people about our Twitter account and our website too?
No, I heard. That's so weird. I heard all of that.
I did the rating thing because I always go, hey, we're going to rate it, but let me tell you about some other stuff first. That's how the format is.
You know what?
Please don't
90
leave.
episodes and I'll never understand.
Please don't leave while I plug a bunch of crap that you probably heard already like 10 times.
Hey, listen, I've been lost at sea for like 7 months. So
That's true.
Relearning everything. I give this movie 10 out of 10 water ziplines.
I still don't have an answer. I was stalling so hard.
I will read very slowly. Everyone else has been.
Okay.
Seichiyami gives this movie 9 out of 10 arrows in the foot. Chris Alberti gives this movie 10 out of 10 male car washers. There you go.
I give it 7 out of 10 ghost car slow crashes for the intro of the movie because I like that a lot.
Aranya gives it 2 out of 10 washed up comedians.
Oh man, that's nice.
I wish it said car washed up comedians.
Car washed up comedians. That changes the context of the sentence completely. That's amazing.
It does. I
actually gave it.
But before
I was struggling with my rating because I was like, it wasn't a good movie. But my gosh, those funny moments are so good. Like
those are real good moments.
I think this is really taking to heart how like good for conversations with your friends. I think so because jumping back to the movie when something really funny happens and then jumping completely out of the movie works really well. It's one of the few times where like not paying attention to the movie is really good because those funny bits are just like, yeah, you could just consume those funny bits with no context. It's all physical humor. It works really good for that. So my rating is actually high even though I hated the movie.
Yeah. Before we stop, I do want to say that I did. I was at Anime Expo. I was trying to buy a pin that this clever person was selling on the spot. Like immediately after it happened, is selling pins that said, "I survived the Anime Expo earthquakes."
Yeah.
And I was trying to get it in line, but then I couldn't. And so I bought it online and I had to pay for shipping and it was dumb, but I really wanted it. But this person is Ivory Ice on Twitter. That's Ivory with 2 Y's, Ice. If you want your I Survived the Anime Expo earthquake.
What? Why are you plugging them? What are they?
I'm just saying.
What are they going to plug? What did they do?
They made these really cool pins that I feel
like they're taking advantage of the situation. The earthquake did all the work.
I paid more money for shipping than I did for this stupid pin.
I would imagine pins aren't worth much.
Yeah, but it's very good. Anyways.
All right. Is that it then?
I I guess that's it then.
That's it then. The Earth will be over soon. This podcast is peaked. Goodbye.